Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the Mouse in the House podcast. We've been gone for 4 weeks.
Five. We're still posting that. No, we're gonna post that.
Four,
it's gonna go. It's gonna go up today in real life.
It's gonna go up, but I don't know in what order I'm gonna do it in because I was busy. 4 to 5, 5 to 4, 54, 45 times 9.
It's such an anniversary thing.
Right. I'm Cammy, as you know. This is Cammy, and this is.
Is this if that's me the speaker or you just?
Yeah, this is who is this?
Oh, okay. It's the saddest Grizzly fan on the planet. Before we start, I just want to let us know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing pretty good numbers wise, a lot better than we thought we were doing. Views wise. That's just views wise. I will say, the break probably didn't help.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate the support so far. But
hopefully,
my New Year's resolution for the podcast is 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Hopefully.
I think we can hit that number. I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like we can do it.
Can I go out on a limb? My New Year's resolution is 1,000 subscribers on my channel that I hopefully will start uploading on.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully.
We know we should start. We start with our New Year's resolutions. What are your New Year's resolutions this year, man? Do we talk about that individually?
I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions, to be real, because I think they're just an excuse for people to pretend like they make a change in their life and then not follow up on them. Hopefully the ones that we mentioned are gonna happen because they relate to our success and us like getting somewhere in life. But like when people are like I'm gonna be in the gym and then by day 4 they're like, yeah, well, you know what I mean?
Fair, yeah.
My New Year's resolution.
Continue, go ahead.
Now, my New Year's resolution is just to be a good person and just continue to be the type of person that I think is the best for me. My New Year's resolution is to see Sami Zayn win a world championship, hopefully.
You're fried.
No, I don't think I'm fried. I like...
You're not getting out the hood this time.
I like the...
Now, be honest. I'm sorry to mention, be honest.
Go ahead.
If we go to Vegas...
We,
and
Jacob.
And Sami Zayn has a championship, a world heavyweight championship match, or WWE title match on that card. You're telling me you're not gonna go?
No.
If you're not gonna go, okay. I want to get that confirmation. I just want to see how serious you are about it.
Because, like, man, I don't want to give them money. I don't
either.
I only went to Saturday night's main event because my boys paid for it for my birthday. They bought me the ticket. So I decided, like, fuck it. I'm going to go. What am I to turn down a birthday present, you know? But if you're asking me if I'm going to spend $400, $500 to go to WrestleMania on top of all the indie shows and pay and put money in Palantir's pockets, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it.
This is the woke cast, by the way.
Yeah, this is the woke. By the way, you have a nice mug. I one-upped you.
Got a I wolf you mug. Shout out.
Cheers right now.
Shout out my who gave me this? It was my mother. No, it was JL. Shout out JL.
This was a birthday gift I got in Pakistan from my in-laws. He got me this right here. I don't know why he's red, but it's really nice.
That's a motherfucking hand.
Regardless, yeah.
If you see me keep looking over at the left, by the way, I have the highlights flying in the corner. All right. My mind basketball associated. Anyway, back to New Year's resolution talk.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to be a good person. I want to, be the best person I can be. I want to be supportive. I want to vote in the midterms and, try to make a change in this world.
Ooh. That's a nice goal. I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, and I wanna start YouTube for fuck's sake, man. It's.
I've already recorded my first video, just like being like, "Hey, I'm here and I exist." I haven't edited it yet, but I'm really excited for your first video, man.
I think it's gonna be the Sami Zayn video because I got a lot to say. So, what about you?
I'm glad you asked. I don't necessarily always do resolutions. I kind of feel the same way But I do find there's a lot of hope that a new year brings, and that for every like 10 new illusions that don't hit, there's one impactful one that does hit for someone, right? So I had one of mine is to release a YouTube video every month on my channel. The goal isn't for it to be super successful or to make it like a whole other thing. It's just to get shots up, literally. One of the goals is to have housing, my own bedroom, and my own job. Hey man, the bar might be low, but a bar is a bar. Okay.
Not die. Not die.
Not die. Not die. You know what I'm saying? And then one of mine is to do one of the four. Yeah. It's to publish a poetry book via a publisher. Like I've already published it on my own, but I want to have like an actual like publisher be like, hey, I want to promote this thing that you made because it's good. Finish one of my TV scripts now, can actually be sent out. 30 minutes of stand-up content being finished, either performing it or just having it written and knowing it's done. And then this channel getting 1,000 subscribers. So one of those four being done is enough to complete that goal. Hopefully you'd have all of them be done.
Yeah, but 1 for 4 ain't bad, especially in this scenario.
Yeah, it's just this year to me. 2026 is the year to get shots up. That's how I feel. Yeah. Right. Tell me about this stupid ass fuck ass jersey you got on.
What's wrong? What's
this, man?
What's wrong with the jersey?
What's this, man? Whose jersey you got on, man?
What do you mean?
Whose jersey you got on, man?
Oh, this is this is the one and only. The one and only Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players of all time. One of the greatest to ever play the game. Grizzlies legend. Yeah.
That shit looks so fake too. Like that shit looks so see-through and ass.
One of the greatest of all time. No, it's the same material as the Adidas jerseys that I have. The other ones that I have, which probably says a lot about the quality of the jerseys back then. I think this is on Authentic actually from like 2010. It was $40, so hey, I had to pick it up. There is a jersey that I think you'll like.
And there it goes. Man, I saw a Ja Morant ISO clip. What happened? Man, I saw a Ja Morant ISO clip. What it used to be. That Glen Rice jersey? Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
This is $20 online. Anyways, let's get to basketball. What is the first topic that we're? Let me look at my note, my bare notes here. What do you want to talk about first? So, what do you want to talk about?
Kind of get the Grizzly stuff out the way. I gotta get it.
The Ja stuff.
The Ja stuff, just the Grizzly stuff generally, because I feel like so.
Let's just lump trade talks into one big piece. Let's start with.
Yeah, let's check the scene. While we were gone, Trae Young got traded to the Wizards for Corey Kispert and CJ McCollum.
Yeah. No picks, nothing.
No picks, just those two. Now, I want to make three statements. I think we made these statements in the other podcast that might go up before and or after this one.
Yeah.
Right? That I really have loved Washington's rebuild. It is a really, really strong rebuild. I think that it is taking older assets, having vets help your younger guys until you get to a point where you're good enough to determine, hey, are these players that we have that are young good, or are they just niggas?
Yeah, overpay for vets in the short term to benefit you in the long term.
Yeah, like if you don't overpay if you didn't become to have all shit ton of money, you don't get Trae Young. And even if Trae Young is ass, you're still getting a bunch of money off your.
He's still Trae Young, so like.
But he's still Trae Young, so like even if you go out there and he sucks while he's there with you, who cares? Like you're trying to be bad anyway.
I will say the trade gave them. I think they have a window now. I don't think that window opens up next year, even the year after. I think their window opens up in 2028, 2029. I think that's when their window opens. Trae will be around 29, I think. 29, 30 years old. I'm assuming he doesn't get any big injuries until then. At that point, they get more draft picks. They get better players. I think their window, I'm going to use the Pacers as a benchmark here. I think their window opens when our current cores window closes, if that makes sense.
I feel you with that.
Does that?
And a lot of the East teams are in that same window too. Like the Celtics will probably be done by then, or it'll be a little harder.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot older. The 76ers are gone by then.
The Pistons probably still be good.
The Pistons will probably still be good.
I think
the Knicks will probably be done by then. The Bucks are going to be done by then.
The Bucks are done right now.
Yeah.
And
now let's get Ja.
And with us, it depends on where this pick lands. It depends with us. It depends with us, yeah. Because if we get the 5th or 4th pick, then I don't know. It might be looking scary. But if DeBonsta or Boozer pull up, then I think our window's extended a little bit. You know.
Whoa, wait a minute. I think we get like Caleb Wilson or like Koa Pete. Or
wait, what? How tall is Koa Pete?
Like 6'9".
This is the worst draft for. It's not the worst draft for us to tank in because it's an awesome draft. But we need a center though. We need a center though. That's the thing. If we had like a,
there are good centers in the draft. Yeah, but you just don't know about them yet.
But we're probably gonna be picking too high to take one of those guys. Like if we're in the top 3, I'm not taking Jaden Quintons. I'm sorry, bro.
well, not in the top 3, but Jaden, if you're in the top like 4 to 8 range, Jaden Quintons is a good pick.
Can we assume we're gonna assume that we end with the worst pick in the draft? Okay, we end with the worst record. Okay. Let's assume we end with the worst record, and I think you max out at 5, right? Pick 5.
Yeah.
Say we get pick 5, and say the draft order is Peterson, AJD, Boozer, Wilson. Then fine, I'll take Jaden Quintons, right? But
I think Koa Pete would be a really good.
Jaden Quintons or Koa Pete. Jaden Quintons is more of a center. That's why I'm saying that. But
he's more of a big generally, but
yeah. But if we're picking top 3, then fuck Jaden Quintons. I don't want to. Give me one.
Top 3, you got to pick whoever's left. No matter.
Give me one of the. My order is
I think that if you are somehow able to get, I think Cameron Boozer is going to be picked 3rd.
I agree. Because I think he's the biggest question mark of these 3. I think Boozer is the best plug and play guy. He's the best plug and play guy to fit with him. He's the biggest question mark because we don't know what his ceiling is. Because a guy of his stature, a guy like him, kind of a lost art in the league right now. And people are like, his play style might not translate, this, that, and the third.
I have no fear that it won't translate.
He's 6'9", 250, right? And he's a big 250.
I think he's 6'10", 250.
If he's 6'10", 250, you think he can play center in the league?
I think he'd be a tweener. I don't know if I'd be like he's fully a center, but I think he could play center and be okay. To me, right?
We went from Ja talk. We went from Ja to trade to draft talk, but whatever.
Yeah, to this, right?
This is the ADHD podcast.
Boozer screams to me a Pacer pick only because I feel like it extends the timeline because I think he's going to be a really good second star. Like, if I had to compare him to a literal, like, player on a team, he to me, is very similar in, like, not how they play, but in what I think their ceiling is.
How they fit.
To Jalen Woods. Not Jalen Woods. Yeah, Jalen Woods.
J-Dub?
J-Dub, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel like it's a guy who's really versatile, who can do a couple of things really well. And if you compare him with that number 1 guy, you're in a really good spot.
I mean,
but if he's your best guy, that's a weird team. You know what I mean?
But I think we're gonna try to do the 2 timelines thing. And I think with that, if AJD is available, I think we will pick AJD. He's my.
You pick AJ DeBonta 10 times out of 10.
Huh? Yeah, 10 times. I like him better than Peterson anyway. I like DeBonsta better than Peterson as a prospect.
And this also, I think when we get lost to it is that. There's a couple, like, I really fuck with Mikael Brown. I really fuck with Koa Pete. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't want to make that everybody think.
Shout out Click Production.
There's a couple good guards. Yeah. There's good players in, like, all of the draft. Like,
yeah, this is
in that top 15. If you have a lottery pick, you're in a good spot. I don't think it's like...
This is the deepest draft we've had in years on years on years.
I don't think it's top 3 or bust. I think people think it is.
No, it's not.
I think the top 3 is, like, high. But I think it's kind of through the 2003 where, like, there's a lot of depth. I think you're going to get a lot of good pieces throughout the draft if you just stand firm.
Absolutely.
Like, that's why
we're forgetting Chris Senack. Chris Senack is
Chris Senak's good, too.
Yeah. But continue.
But like, that's why I feel like coming back to the Hawks trade, which is why I was talking about the draft.
Sorry.
Even though I disagree with the fact of trading Trae, I think that's an overreaction.
Yeah, because him and Porzingis barely played together.
And I think that the ceiling you have with Trae, even at his worst, is higher than the ceiling you're gonna have with Jalen Johnson thugging it out himself, right? But
he's the best player on that team now.
He's
the best player on that team now.
Jalen Johnson?
Yeah, he's better than Kristaps. Yeah, he's better than Kristaps.
Yeah, Kristaps ain't even played
until they trade for AD and go 41-41 for the next 2 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you close your window.
You trade for AD.
I think you had a window because at the very least, even if Trae, I would have. Here's the thing: if they were going to trade Trae, my thought was you're going to at least get picks, or you're going to at least get some type of veteran player that's going to like fill that hole. Nobody got nothing.
Nobody give a fuck about CJ McCollum. Nobody give a fuck about CJ McCollum.
What the fuck about CJ? And he's still good. He's still a really good basketball player. He's still
good, but like he's one of those guys where it's like, Well, he's probably going to be gone by the offseason. They're not going to resign.
But I understand the idea of we have the Pelicans pick and they are ass. And yes, this year maybe we're closing our window, but we're gonna have probably a top 10 pick at least.
And the Pelicans pick.
The Pelicans. Well, that's what I'm saying. The Pelicans gonna be it's gonna be a lottery pick. It's gonna be probably a high lottery pick at that. And on top of that, you're gonna have money to throw at a guy if you want to pay for like a point guard, or you still have picks to go get like another guy if something doesn't work out in another place. Like, this is gonna sound nasty, and I'm not saying they should do this because they shouldn't. But what I'm using it as an example. The Hawks are gonna have enough money to be like, you know what, man, let's go get some bonus. Fuck it. Not that they shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying level of money, you can just go get one and be like, hey, let's see if he gets better.
Oh my god.
Let's just see.
We were talking about Sabonis before we recorded. That guy is a lost cause.
I see a Ja Morant ISO clip in this video. Oh man. You know, Ja Morant was the I think the third best ISO player last year of all players.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I miss you, King. I miss you.
KPJ was bottom 3.
I miss you, King. Anyway, I feel like with the Hawks, they're banking on the fact that they had a top 3 pick. They're banking on that.
Yeah. And
on top of that, you're banking on the hope that, okay, you're going to succeed here. If that makes sense. Like, you're going to if they can get Mikael Brown, I think is good. I think Senac would be good. Obviously, Darren Peterson, I think, is the best fit for them personally.
What do they do with him?
You know what I'd be forgetting? I'd be forgetting that Dyke Dillon was drafted as a point guard. Do you remember that?
He was. Yes, he was.
Isn't that hilarious?
He played small ball for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So he's still there. Like,
Okongwu's still there.
Okongwu's still there.
Which I don't know if he will be going forward.
And I feel like there's also an option. Hey, you can go overpay for a free agent and go fuck my life up.
I mean, this just makes it sound like they're gonna trade for Anthony Davis.
I think that's the worst option.
I
do think it gives. There is another part of this, which I will say this, not to interrupt you. This is my last point on the Atlanta thing, because it kind of connects to the Ja thing. My biggest pet peeve, maybe saw this multiple times, there is an inherently high value in just being a good team. But just being consistently good.
Because at that point...
And trading for AD makes you good.
Yeah.
It keeps you good. You have an identity of being a strong defensive team and a beat-em-up team inside.
If he plays.
Are you going to win the championship? No.
If he plays.
If he plays, yeah. But now you're going from, hey, we're an offensive run-and-gun team, we're just trying to get Trae Young as many times as possible, to we're going to either slow the pace down, we're going to beat you up on defense, we're going to stomp you out, we're going to play some nasty-ass games and just do the best we can.
Well, I don't know. AD's kind of forgotten who he was this season. He's not playing like he used to. Defensively...
I mean, yeah, that's because but, like, that's also he's on the Mavericks, and they just kind of...
Well, yeah, of course. Their team is still built like they have Luka.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandon Williams, by the way.
Shout out Pierre for bringing this up, too. I remember when I was watching Through the Wire. But someone, I think, on the show, I think it was a comment, asked if the Lakers team is built for Luka.
No.
And it's really just a LeBron team that Luka's on still.
The Lakers,
And it probably will stay that way until he retires.
The Lakers still feel like they're built around AD, and the Mavs still feel like they're built around Luka, and that's the reason why neither of them will get anywhere. Especially now that the Ayton honeymoon is over.
Yeah.
Which about damn time.
Yeah. I
said this when the season started. He's going to be good for a few weeks, a few months. Lakers fans are going to start drinking the Kool-Aid, and he's going to go back to DeAndre Ayton.
Shout out him. He's getting paid. Fuck him. Fuck the Lakers. I just think I think it's really interesting because it's also you might know the best of Ja. That's why I'm here. The issue I have with the Ja trade isn't the fact that I think Ja isn't unhappy. I don't think that's not true.
I mean, he doesn't seem happy.
I think he doesn't seem happy. I think he's just unhappy because we're losing. That was true always.
I think he loves Memphis. Right? He loves Memphis.
I think he loves Memphis. I think, like Trae Young, he loves Memphis, doesn't like the front office.
Yeah.
Like, I think Trae Young loves Atlanta, but doesn't like the front office. I think that's true.
Yeah.
Right? First of all, the report that came out that said they want to build on Jaren Jackson Jr. is one of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my whole fucking life.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is not a guy. He's not a guy you build around. He's not a guy. Jaren's offensive game and the way he moves is not something you can build around. He's a complementary piece.
You have to praise Zach Edey's like an all-star level player, and that's risky. Man, he could be. Like, he's really good, but like you betting on Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey to stay healthy for you to win games is real bad work.
Edey will be fine. I don't know about Jaren.
Like, I feel like if you trade Ja, I think you trade Jaren before you trade Ja, personally. But that's because I think Jaren's going to get you more value because I think he's more. I think he can be. You can convince teams to trade for Jaren way more than you can convince teams to trade for Ja.
Yeah, because Ja right now is damaged goods. Jaren is Jaren.
Yeah, Jaren's just like, yeah, he's like getting a little bit worse, but he's still.
You know who he is.
His play style.
You know who he is.
I'm using that as an example. He's not going here. But could you imagine what Jaren Jackson Jr. like on the healthy Nuggets?
With Jokic?
That'd be such a good team. I know he's going to be there. Yeah, I'm not saying he will. But a team can convince themselves. And I'm trying to think of a team that could trade that'd be like a good fit for Jaren. Trying to think like a good example.
Think of a team with a rebounding big, like a rebounding center, because Jaren doesn't rebound.
I almost said the Rockets.
Not the Rockets. Well.
Yeah, I don't know how they make that work. Though. I don't know how the money matches there.
No, they wouldn't.
They had to be like a sign and trade with Tari Eason or something. I think the answer is you keep Ja till the offseason. You make that Ja trade the offseason.
That might actually happen. I think that's what happens.
I think doing it right now, like, here's my dream scenario if we're going to trade Ja.
Okay.
We end the season, Ja's playing good basketball. Not like elite Ja, but just like good basketball. I don't think he's ever going to be like, I don't know if he's going to be elite again in this system, right? Just because he's not the type of player they look for. Same thing with Jaren, just playing good basketball. They're not winning, but they're playing good basketball, right?
Getting their value.
There's a team like I'm going to use them as an example. The Timberwolves go out in the second round. Again. Because you can't go with that home. They panic and they trade for Ja. That I can see happening to a playoff team going, we need a point guard bad. We need something. Yeah. Or a play-in team, like we need a point guard bad. We're going to trade. That's probably because now we have cap space.
Yeah.
We can trade more pieces or less pieces and more picks for that player. Versus us doing Kyle Kuzma and Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins is good. Ryan Rollins is good, but not for Ja. Not for Ja.
Not for the Grizzlies, period, though.
What would you want in a trade?
Ryan Rollins is just Ty Jerome, but healthy.
What would you want in a trade for Ja?
I think it depends on if are you rebuilding completely? Or are you trading Jaren and ending the entire
I think
book,
if they
are you trying to compete?
I think if they trade one, both go.
Because if you're trading Ja, I think you just look for good role players and picks. I don't think you necessarily need youth.
Yeah.
Because again, I think there's still an inherent value of still being good. The Grizzlies shouldn't be a Wizards when this season is up. Next season, that's not good for you. You will be relocated to Nashville.
I mean, what would a trade with the Grizzlies look like for Ja? Like Rob Dillingham would be involved. A couple firsts.
I can see them if they lose again getting off Rudy Gobert.
For Ja?
So it'd probably be Gobert,
Jaren and
Dillingham, picks for Ja.
Is Rob
probably.
Dillingham your point guard then? Yeah.
And that's just like the money match. I think. I don't know for certain.
I mean,
It'd probably be like a 3-4 teamer where all that shit happens.
I think if the Wolves trade for anybody, then Dillingham is gone, and they're gonna try to convince.
They didn't develop him at all. And the Grizz are developing a player for 1 year.
Well, the thing about Dillingham is, I don't know. Do you think he could be good?
I think they set him up for failure.
They did set him up.
He can be.
They shouldn't have drafted him.
I don't agree with that. I think trading up for him put pressure on him. Yeah. But I think what put more pressure on him is they then failed to get a real bridge guard.
Yeah, because as soon as they traded for him, then Mike Conley became bad.
Yeah, and then they're like, we need you to be good. And now he's thinking to he's supposed to develop on the bench for a year or two for him to have his best opportunity. And instead you threw him in the fire when you have to win games.
Yeah, and it also...
That's not how you get good reps.
And it also didn't help that the Spurs that traded him, they got Steph Castle, who's really good now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephon.
I also can see like Ja Morant going to like just a big market.
Miami?
I can see Miami having...
Can I talk about Miami?
I don't know how the trade package works there. It probably is Hero and like...
I actually texted you this, and you didn't respond, but I think Miami might do something at the deadline.
I was asking, you said they were going to do the deadline, and then I asked, do you mean in the sense of, like, they're going to try to get better, or do you mean in the sense of they're trying to sell high?
Sell high. I think we're going to see a 2021 Magic thing again. Like, I don't know if you remember 2021 Magic, what they did at the deadline, right? Because it was, like, multiple years of first-round exits. It was 2000 first round.
I don't remember the exact trades.
It was the first round exit in 2019, 2020, and then I think they got 2018, 2019, 2020 because they always won one game in those series. And then in deadline in 2021, they traded Vucevic to the Bulls, they traded Gordon to the Nuggets, and they traded Fournier to I think the
Knicks, right?
Yeah, they traded Fournier to the Knicks, and I think they started building around Wendell Carter. I think they did.
That shit sound nasty.
They started building around Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaac, but it kind of worked because 2 years later they got Paulo, and we didn't know that Paulo would have these issues now. But then they got Paulo, and they got Franz, and
he's still like that.
He's still a good player. It's still better than Vucevic leading your team like that unequivocally. I think the Heat at this point have realized that this isn't working. They had that hot start to the season. The Heat and Bulls have had the same season. Have you realized that? They've had the same season.
Playing connection, but
they've had the exact same season. Hot start to begin the season, and then hot start playing fast, playing similar play styles. They're the same team. Do you realize that?
The Bulls are still worse, but
except the Heat are more talented, which makes it even more annoying with them. Like Josh Giddey is not as good as Bam Adebayo, not even as good as Tyler Hero. Okay. Josh Giddey is a fake player. Tyler Hero he's also fake, but he's less fake. And Bam Adebayo is just a great player.
I don't know. I might be a Josh Giddey truther. I don't know. I think he's better than I give him credit for. I'm not saying he's like a top 10 player or anything.
This is a side that I'm not falling for. Anyways, what
do you mean by good? Like in what way?
We're not talking about Josh Giddey here, though. We're not talking about Josh Giddey. We're talking about the Heat. So I think, personally, they sell high on Bam because the thing with Bam is I don't know if they sell high, but the thing with Bam is no matter how bad he's playing at the moment, folks know who Bam is. They know who Bam is. They know that he's going to give you good rim protection. He's going to give you switchable defense, and he has a three-point game, so he can stretch the floor a little bit now, and he can score, Well, he can score. I don't know. Yeah, but he can get. He has the tools. He can give you 16 a game. He can give you at least 16 a game. So they could trade him to a team for like some role players, some expiring guys, and then a bunch of first round picks. Hero, they could trade Hero too. Hero again, he's having a decent season actually. His resurgence has been all right. They're just not winning games, They could trade Hero. Wig is gone too. They're gonna trade Wig.
I hate calling him Wig. That's funny.
It's honestly very similar to the Magic if you think about it, because Bam, Vucevic, Wig, Gordon.
Bam is so better than Vucevic.
But I'm talking about like the positions they're playing.
But yeah, I feel you.
Bam,
Yeah.
Vucevic, Wig, Gordon, and Hero Fournier, right?
Except Norman Powell will be so insane somewhere else, bro.
Wait, is Norman Powell on the Heat? No, wait, is he on the Heat?
Right? Is he not on the Heat?
They probably keep one of Powell or Hero. They probably keep one of them.
I'm assuming they're keeping Bam.
I don't know. I think I don't think they keep Bam.
I just don't see a world where you let go of Bam.
I think they're gonna start building around Ware. I think they're gonna give Ware the keys to be the sole.
Man, you think Ware is Will Chamberlain?
No, I think they're gonna do that because regardless of how good I think Ware is, I think he's really good.
They don't even like enough to play him as much as they probably should be.
They're playing him a lot. And Ware is very good. I think you're sleeping on Ware. Ware is
build around Khalil Ware. That's so nasty. I'm not.
Well, obviously they're not gonna build around Khalil Ware. They're gonna trade for picks. They're gonna trade for expiring contracts, and then they're gonna actually. I know Pat Riley's gonna die hearing this. They're gonna soft tank, which they haven't done in ever. Have they ever tanked?
2018.
That wasn't a tank.
That's a tank, nigga. That's a tank.
What, the Wade farewell tour?
That's a tank. Yes.
That's not a tank. They barely got a lottery pick that year. They got like the 14th pick.
That's a tank. That's because of the lottery. That's because the lottery was working that way. They were a bad team meant to be bad.
Hold on. What did the 2019 2019 Miami? Hold on. How many games did they win?
They signed Jimmy that year.
They were 39-43. Get out of here.
2019 year?
Yeah, they were 39-43. They were 2 games out of the playoffs. Get out of here.
Is that not the Jimmy year?
No,
is that 2019 not Jimmy?
2018-19, that was the last D Wade year. That was the year before Jimmy.
I'm just talking about 17-18 then, I think.
17, they were in the playoffs in 17-18.
Without Dwayne Wade?
That was the year Wade came back. He came back after the thing with the Cavs.
But he was only there for half a season. It was a farewell tour, was it not?
No. You're getting your dates mixed up. Wade, remember he had that stupid thing with the Cavs where he never fit in. He was traded after a couple months back to Miami, and he helped get them to the playoffs. And in 2018, remember they lost in the first round to Embiid when Embiid was wearing the Batman mask?
I do not remember him making the play. I remember his last game in the regular season.
He played 2 extra seasons with Miami. He played that 1 year in 2018 where they made the playoffs and they lost in the first round to the Sixers. And then 2019 was Wade's farewell tour. And
I do not remember that. I remember farewell tour. I remember Faye's farewell tour being the year he got traded. That the farewell tour was the second half of the season.
I'm looking at it right now. I gotta
go look at it myself. I don't understand.
I'm looking. You know who their win shares leader was in 2018? Kelly Olynyk.
That's a tank.
That's not. They made the playoffs.
Kelly Olynyk is insane.
They were the 6th seed in the East. They were the 6th seed in the East.
The East was ass.
They were the 6th seed in the East. They made the playoffs, and they had an all-star in Dragic. So that's not a tank.
He said he's only in Miami for one to end his career.
I'm looking at it right. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I guess it says 2 teams. I guess it's the same season.
In 2018, he got traded to the Heat. Wait, did he get traded or did he sign with the Heat? I forgot.
He got traded.
Did he get traded or was that when he was when LeBron exiled him from the Cavs? I don't know. Let me check.
He got traded.
He did get traded. Yeah, they traded him for a 2024.
Yeah, this team sucks, by the way.
He got traded for a 2024 second round pick, which did not convey. So he got traded for nothing. But yeah, that year they made the playoffs, and in 2019 they were a couple games away from the playoffs. So that's not a tank. This is stupid. Why am I talking about this? They've never really tanked. The year I guess you could say they tanked was 2003, but I don't know. I think they were there were certain circumstances that came into that because Alonzo had the kidney disorder. He left the team. Then he went to the Nets. He had that kidney problem, and they just had a bunch of young guys. So I don't know if that's a tank. More or less, they just weren't good. But they've never tanked. I think this is where Miami trades for. This is okay. You can stop. It's not the point here.
Well, I'm just I'm trying to figure out how I got so confused on that. I'm like, what am I looking for?
Whatever, we all get confused. But this is, I think this is the year that Miami decides that. I think Pat Riley's going to be on his way out soon. Personally, I think he's going to step down. I think he's going to pull a Popovich. I think he's gonna be like, whatever, this isn't working.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, I'm too old for this. I need to, do whatever. Maybe as a health scare. Hopefully not. Hopefully he doesn't have a health scare. But something.
Of course,
happens. Yeah. So something happens that makes him real. He has an epiphany. He lets maybe. I think Spo will coach the team until he dies. So they're gonna get somebody to be in the front office. Maybe like. Well, actually, they have a GM. Pat Riley's their president, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
I don't know. He does something though. He does something.
Is that fucking Jarrett Jack in a Bucks jersey? Holy shit! Sorry.
He does something. I know he does something.
Yeah.
But I think he steps down, and I think new management's like, this isn't.
I just don't.
This isn't working. We're gonna soft tank. I think it's over, man.
I just don't see it. I just don't. I get selling high. I don't get the tanking part.
I don't know because
what are the pick protections even?
Let's see.
They don't even have picks. I feel like.
Let me see. Miami Heat draft picks up.
Because they traded the way they fucked up is they have to the Stein rule fucked them over because of the Terry Rozier trade.
Yeah, that is true. They have their pick.
I don't think they even can tank.
They have their pick this year. They have their pick this year.
But you're not gonna be worse than. You know what I'm saying? Like, the point in tanking.
It's not protected.
There's a point in selling high.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a point in tanking.
Let me see. So they have their pick this year unprotected. It's whatever. It's just their pick. Then they don't have any picks in 2027. They have their own second round pick. Then they have their picks whatever going forward. So I think they trade.
So I feel like you have to at least softly compete next year. Selling high on Norm, selling high on selling Hero.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I feel like trading Bam is a commitment to soft tanking because I feel like if you have Bam, you're gonna win.
And that's why I'm saying you shouldn't trade Bam.
I don't know. I think
committing to soft tanking is dumb.
I think they might
at this point.
I think they might because I think they're tired.
And then also
Bam is in.
This is gonna sound mean. I don't mean it's not really about Bam. It's about like the teams that need Bam don't have like anything you want.
Yeah, that is true.
Like most of the teams that are like trying to make that jump,
like us,
unless you catch like a Wizards or something or a Pacers or something, willing to give up everything. But even then, those picks are going to be asked. Is that even worth it at that point for you to trade because here's what I'm saying, right? This would be different if this was like Jimmy when he was good, right? It'd be different if it was that. Bam can be on your team and you still be dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bam can still be good and be Bam and average 20 and you still be ass. That doesn't, he's not raising
my biggest fear is
that high.
My biggest fear is that like a Boston picks him up and...
Oh, yeah, that's dangerous. That's going to be real serious.
Yeah, that's nasty. My biggest fear is that a Boston picks him up and then they offer them all their picks and they're like, hey, let's be honest, after 2020...
Okay, so he's like, hey, give us Bam, we'll give you Isaiah Hartenstein 14 first. That's just terrifying. That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Bam is terrible. That's don't listen to what I say.
I do like the idea of Washington trading for Bam. I actually do like that.
But unless we get a team like that to do it,
yeah,
and then it's like
I think they will. I think some team will be like Bam is the next piece we need. I don't think some rebuilding team is going to be like, oh, we need Bam to be our best player. I don't think the Charlotte Hornets are going to trade for Bam.
I don't think that. Oh, to be fair, Charlotte's been pretty good. To be fair.
Are they good?
Charlotte's been pretty good recently. They've been pretty good. They've been a fun watch. Let me not say they've been good, but I feel like they've been like decent in a fun, good way, not decent in a bad way.
They're 14-26.
Yeah, but I feel like in the last like what's the record schedule in the last month? What's the record in the last month? Maybe I'm bugging.
You're really gonna make me do this.
I just feel like they've been like fun in a good way. I feel like there's been some like signs there, you know?
They're 500 in their last 10, 11 games.
That checks out about what I'm saying.
Whatever.
But like I feel like if we go down the list of teams in my head, the next like like a 3-year overview, what team is gonna give you like
I think it's
what do the Heat even want?
I
think, I'm sure you have to trade for like a young player that has the potential to be a star.
Yeah, what do the Heat want? Because let's say Indiana tries to trade for Bam. That package would be. I actually did this package to a friend of mine. Shout out to you, Russ.
Oh, Ja Morant's going to ISO bucket on Khalil Ware. That's basketball.
I gotta find it. Hold on, I gotta find it.
The game winner this season. I miss you, King.
Oh my God, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. The trade would probably Ben Mathurin, Obi, Ijax, and Isaiah Jackson, and then like a bunch of firsts and seconds, like all the firsts and seconds that your heart would desire. That would be a trade for the Pacers because the money would work, and then you get a bunch of draft picks, and then if the worst comes to worst, you could flip those draft picks and get another star.
I think the Heat are deluding themselves into thinking that they can get Giannis and then be.
This is true. It low-key feels like 2020 again with Miami being delusional.
Yeah, indeed. I find they're deluding in that.
They're not going to
2027 specifically.
They're not going to.
I think. In fact, here's our guess. I don't know if they'll sell high this year, though they probably should. I think when next offseason, if Giannis decides he's going to stay with the Bucks. This summer, if Giannis decides to stay with the Bucks, he doesn't go anywhere. That's when they start the
Come closer. Giannis is not going anywhere. He's not.
Giannis gonna love Memphis, man.
Do you remember? No, he's not going
Giannis
anywhere.
Giannis for Jackson Jr. He's gonna love Memphis.
He's not going anywhere.
Giannis, you're gonna love it.
Look. Do you remember those tweets in 2021 about like, look at how sad Bradley Beal is on the bench? You remember those tweets? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then the replies were like, dude, you made the sandwich. You know, you chose to get that no trade clause. You made the sandwich. You did this. That's exactly how I feel about Giannis. Where they're like, look at Giannis crying on the bench. I'm like, okay, request a trade then. Go request a trade. But in my mind, I feel like he maybe has requested a trade, but he's got too much pride to admit it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because this nice guy facade, and I'm not gonna doubt that Giannis isn't a nice guy. He probably is a great guy, you know. From all I've seen, he's a great guy, pillar of his community, great guy in Milwaukee and whatnot. But you know the gimmick, the loyalty gimmick, you know.
Yeah.
The same thing that who had the same thing? Who am I thinking of that had the same thing? That Dame, yeah, Dame, Kevin, low-key, Durant, low-key, a little bit.
I wouldn't say so.
Well, who had that thing where they were like secretly requesting a trade, but they appeared loyal? Oh, Paul George. Take it from me, Paul George. It's that thing where it's like he's gonna go out and say I'm a buck, and then maybe he goes out and tells John Horst to like, you know, get this done. Get this done, my brother. Get this done, my brother. You know, he tells him to get it done. That's my thing with him. I'm not buying it. I see what he's doing. I've seen plenty of people do it. I've seen my own former franchise player do it. I'm not buying. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere right now. And if he does, he's gonna release a Players Tribune article where he's gonna be like, I was completely blindsided by the trade. I can't believe it. And everybody's gonna feel bad for him. Where I'm like, he's on the team that he wants to be on right now. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But back to what we were talking about Miami. I think within one calendar year, by the end of this year, their direction is going to be way different. By the end of this year. So going into next season, they're I
think the Heat delusion, man. I just don't believe that.
I mean, they've been delusional ever since they made that finals as an 8th seed. They've been
sure, but the East is going to be worse.
The East is going to be worse. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you soft tank,
is the East going to be worse?
You might still be good enough to get the 6th seed.
Is the East going to be worse next year?
I'm talking about not necessarily. I'm talking about in 2 years. So this year is 2026. Next is 2027. It's talking about 2027 offseason to 2028.
Oh, so you think they're gonna blow it up next offseason, like in a year?
Yeah, because I don't see the point of doing it this year because you're not gonna get a good enough pick for it to be worth it. Next year you don't have a pick, so you have to be somewhat good.
Yeah.
So it has to be the year after that.
That is interesting, and that's why I'm saying if they trade Bam, they're gonna trade for like a treasure chest of draft picks. Which who knows? Maybe they could just flip for a really good player. They could do the
Never mind. I'm supposed to say like the Clippers don't even have picks.
They have.
There's no team that
the Clippers are good now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they'd be like, oh, I can see them like trading for like.
Yeah. And Zoo just came back, so they're probably not going to trade for Bam. But bottom line is, I think by the end of the year, Bam's going to be on a different team. Hot take, I know, but we'll see.
I just
we'll see.
I don't. I feel like you trade everyone but Bam. That's how I feel.
I noticed you're not fully disagreeing. You're soft disagreeing. Because I think you.
No, I fully disagree. I don't think Bam's going anywhere.
You don't think he's going anywhere?
I fully disagree. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't know.
Now, I mean, he can. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, like, the Heat don't strike me as a team. Like, selling high on Norman Powell, that's a Heat thing. That makes sense. Selling Tyler Hero makes sense. Selling Wiggins makes sense. Even, I argue, it makes more sense for them. It makes more sense for what the Heat have shown me.
What their idea?
For them to trade Khalil Ware first before they would trade Bam. Not that it's intelligent, but that I can see them doing that first.
But what they would do is, again, you said they would delude themselves. They're like, we could trade Hero, Wiggins, and Norman Powell for Giannis. When no, that's not happening. It's not happening. You just wouldn't do that. They're at a crossroads, and I think if they do trade everyone but Bam, they have to get a guy better than Bam. Because, like...
I don't think you do. You can soft tank after doing that and still have Bam. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think their end goal would be in that case?
I think we're done with the tanking era of just being ass.
I don't think they're going to be... I don't think they're going to be ass.
If you traded Harrow, Norman, Wiggins, you're ass. There's no other way around it.
In that case, they probably keep one of them. And I guess the guy they would keep would be Bam.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like you trade Bam and keep Hero. That's nasty.
What's their end goal with that then?
To just keep Bam until a better offer arises, a better situation arises.
What would the ideal Bam trade be, and not Giannis, because that's not happening?
I think the ideal Bam trade would be someone jumping up in the lottery and needing a center and not being able to get one. And the Pacers situation. Well, let's say y'all get the sixth pick. And it's like, fuck. I'd rather have Bam than Jaden Quince.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Or next year, I'd rather have Bam than whoever is in that rap. I don't remember off the top of my head. Like, or fucking really have cap space. I'd rather trade for Bam with at least 2 to 3 first, the OKC guy, to get off of Hartenstein than to do what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And
this is going to be worse. This is going to sound nasty. I pray to God they don't do this. I can see a Bam to OKC for Hartenstein, Dort, and a shit ton of pick.
I don't know how much better. I don't know how much better that would make OKC though.
I think that'd make OKC so much better.
How much better
can Chet and Bam? First of all, Hartenstein can't shoot to begin with. No. But your spacing gets better.
And Dort's not good.
Dort's
not good this
year. So your spacing globally gets better. And then second, your defense might also get better. You already have a bunch of good perimeter defenders.
Yeah.
But having a switchable, that means J. Douglas go to the 3,
which is his position.
And I think that means you playing Bam at center, but he's really the 4.
Yeah.
Like like they should do that in real life. If they have enough picks for you to be like, I can't decline this deal.
That might be better than them trading for Giannis, honestly.
Yeah, that's about it.
Because as much as they would trade for Giannis, I don't know how much better that would make them, because you just trade like 4 good players for Giannis.
Okay, so you have like 6 picks this year.
I think
first and seconds. They gotta trade one of them. They can't bring in 6 rookies.
And they also have
the Nets.
They also have the Clippers pick, which we don't know how good that's going to be. Thankfully.
Yeah, I also can see. I also can see a Bam for Cat thing happening.
That would be interesting. It would fix a lot of problems the Knicks have.
It fixed a shit ton of problems the Knicks have. Now, why the Heat would do that, I don't know.
Yeah, who would?
Maybe maybe I could see a Bam for Cat plus something. Bam for Cat and McCall, or Bam for Cat and OG, or Bam for Cat and something.
At that point,
versus just being Cat. First of all, Cat gets paid
a lot of money.
Cat get paid too much money for y'all to barely trust him.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I think if you're the Heat and you say yes, you have to get rid of OG, which you do love, and Cat, but you're getting Bam and Wiggins instead.
Yeah. That does that
and
does
you're not giving up picks for it.
Oh, if you're
Maybe
getting
you give up one
if
first.
you're getting Wiggins, then yeah. You didn't mention
Wiggins because you have to make the money match. So you have to get like Wiggins, too, or something like that. And this is spitball. I don't know if this is exactly how the money matches, but like
you'd have to go to trade.
The Heat are taking that. The Knicks taking that deal 100 times out of 100. I don't think.
Yeah, because Bam fits you better than Cat, and then the thing that you're losing in OG, you're getting it at least a little bit back in Wiggins. Because Wiggins is good.
And it also just opens up more money. Because Wiggins is going to be off contract. Now you have an extra $30 million to divert to a free agent or divert to another trade or something like that.
I never imagined Bam on the Knicks. I think the biggest trade options to get for Bam are probably... I mean, for teams that need a center, are probably the Knicks, which I don't know if they have the pride to decide the Cat experiment isn't working. And also the thing with McCall, like you traded 5 first to get him. I don't know if you're gonna give up on that just yet.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not in the middle of the season. That's like an off-season
trade.
You get. It's like the Knicks don't win the conference final. They lose a little earlier than we think they're going to, or they just lose the conference final, but it's an embarrassing one. Or they lose to the Pistons in 5. Or some shit.
They lose to the Pistons in 5. Okay, yeah.
Or they lose to the Celtics in 6. But it's like clear, like we should have had that.
But Tatum's not back.
Yeah, or even if Tatum is back, you still should beat the Celtics, I think. But
depends on how he is when he comes back.
I don't care how he is. You should beat them. You have fucking. I mean,
personally, I feel like the Knicks aren't good enough right now for how talented they are.
That's what I'm saying. Like that means that a big shift has to happen. I could be like, hey. Guys, remember, didn't work. Let's trade McCall or OG. I think they'd pick OG.
They probably trade OG before they trade McCall.
Right? So it'd be OG and Cat for Bam and Wiggins. And that gives you freedom in the next offseason after that year to do something else.
Bam would fix a lot of options with them.
But I think the most likely thing to happen with the Heat is that they trade. I think the most likely scenario is that they're going to trade for Ja. Because they don't have their pick next year. And if the trade doesn't work and they're bad, then it's no harm, no foul. You tried.
Yeah, because you're not going to give up.
And that's when you sell high.
You're not going to give up a lot to get Ja.
Yeah, because you're still the Heat. You still can get free agents because you're still the Heat. Like, I know that that's I don't mean star free agents. I mean role players. I don't mean the great example. I don't mean the Giannis's, I mean the Larry Markkanens. Like the good all-star level players that might not be all-stars right now. Porzingis is ass. I don't think it. But like Porzingis, you know what I'm saying? But that level of player, it's really easy for the Heat to get. Right? Okay. So if you trade Hero, I think the trade for the Heat, I think that was mocked, is Hero, Wiggins, and that's it. I think maybe one other player.
Let me see. I mean, the Heat are the most attractive destination for Ja. It is interesting.
Oh wait, I gotta answer this phone call. Give me 1 second. They called me. I missed it. Hold on. But continue. I'll mute myself.
Let me end the record. Let me. No. Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
So, we were done talking about the Heat, and the consensus is that if you think they should trade everybody except for Bam, wait for a better Bam offer, and then see what happens in a couple years. Which I guess I could see. I could also see them getting impatient. It depends on really what the front office wants to do. If they want to move on from Pat Riley, which again, like I said, I think Pat Riley is going to be gone within like a year or something. And I think the new GM. I'm going to use the Pacers as an example here. Like when Larry Bird stepped down during the PG fiasco. And Larry Bird stepped down, and Kevin Pritchard, as soon as he came up, the first thing he did was trade Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might happen with the new GM, the new president who comes up in Miami. They might trade Bam, trade everybody, and then just be like, all right, just hit the panic button, which I think they should like tap the panic button, not slam the panic button. Mm-hmm. Something needs to change in Miami. Something needs to change. I don't know what that something is. You traded Jimmy. You thought you traded Jimmy. You had that post-trade high that carried on to the first month or so of the next season. You were revolutionizing basketball for a little bit. and now you're playing fast, but you're worse now. You're just not winning games because teams have caught on to your play style. Teams have caught on to your play style. And the same thing was happening with us in 2024 before we traded for Pascal, which is why we traded for Pascal. Because we were playing fast going into 20. I think I talked to you about this too, where it's like we're playing fast in before the Pascal trade, but that's kind of all we do. Our half court offense wasn't good. Our half court offense just resorted to just let Tyrese just dribble the ball left to right. That was when his handle wasn't as tight as it is now, and he didn't have as big of a feel for the game as he does now. And Buddy Hield was still on the team. But then when we traded for Pascal, it's like you have a half-court guy who can also rim run, who can also streak, and now your defense gets a little bit better. But with Miami, it's like, I don't know what you are now. You're playing fast, but, like, okay. Everybody plays fast in this day and age. So I think they do need to make a change. Whether that's trading Bam, whether that's trading Hero, whether that's trading whatever. Yeah, and we also still need to see what happens from the Rozier thing. Like, do they get their pick back?
I don't. They haven't. They made an announcement. It's not like they have to send a trade in with the trade exception and then just see if the NBA lets it happen or not. That's what it's saying, which I think is fucking stupid.
What pick is it?
So it is, I believe it's a 2027 pick.
So that's the pick that they don't have.
But it's also that if they void the pick and the contract, they'd have a $27 million
It's pretty good.
I think trade exception as well as the pick. But the issue is they have to make a trade they have it in order to see, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, they have
just tell them.
They have to put the fishing line down to see if somebody takes the bait.
I mean for the NBA, not if someone takes the bait.
Yeah, no, for the NBA to take the bait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit is so stupid.
If that goes through, if they do get their pick back, then they're in great shape. Then they possibly could trade Bam and possibly, do a tank or do whatever. But I guess right now with the uncertainty that they have, we'll see. I
think also the uncertainty of the East generally. Also, like, you have to, like, for all intents and purposes, I think, unlike you, I think Giannis is gone the next 2 years.
I mean, I'm not opposed. I don't think he's not. I think. Like I said, I don't think he's going.
I think the Bucks are going to make that decision. I don't think that he's going to make that decision.
There you go. I think at some point they're going to do that, and he's going to run with the whole, they gave up on me and stuff, and like whatever. Like I'm sad, but he knew that he really wanted to get.
Don't worry, Milwaukee. You're going to love Danny Avdija.
I mean, no, I'm not going to make that joke.
Like, they're gonna follow the grace. The Knicks their window's very tiny.
It probably ends. It probably ends either next season or the season after. Well, they're not going to be there. This is the best they'll ever be. This is the best the Knicks will ever be. Like, if they want to make the finals, this is the year. This is the year, because it gets a lot harder after this. Because next year, Boston's going to be better. Detroit will probably still be good. Washington's going to be in the mix. We're going to be better. It's going to be harder next year. This year is the year, and in my opinion, if they don't, and Cleveland's terrible. If you guys don't make the finals this year, this is a failure of a season. I'm going to say it. It's a failure of a season.
Cleveland might blow up. That's what I'm saying with the next thing with the Bam shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't win the championship this year, you got to make a really big move, because otherwise you're just not gonna win it. Probably.
This court's done. This court's done, and the McCall trade would end up as a mistake. It would end up as a mistake. Which, low-key...
I don't know if that's true. I think that's too much hyperbole. I think you still make that trade knowing that you maybe didn't get there, but that was the best chance you had, I think.
It would be in the same category as, like, the Shea trade. The Shea trade, where, like, yes, you make it at the time, but it's also aged badly because of what's happened since, which is, I mean, you can tell the future, so...
I don't think anything's as bad as that trade. I think it was kind of insane the day that it happened, too. I don't think it's...
Well, I think
those picks that they gave the Nets aren't that insane.
What picks
That's why it doesn't matter.
What picks are
the picks weren't that insane. Like, I think it's all just Knicks picks, right?
Yeah, but also
like,
Knicks could be really
swaps back to the original owner of the Nets. Like, I don't think it's like
But I will
that.
But I will say, if the Knicks are bad in a couple of years, then those picks are going to be pretty good. But also, we don't know how good the Nets are at drafting. They're very hit or miss at drafting. I mean,
They drafted fucking 5 point guards.
I mean,
None of them are good.
the three guys that they drafted this year, Danny Wolf is all right.
They drafted 5 people this year, though.
I mean, I only remember
Dude,
3. I only remember
3 of them are point guards.
I only
and
remember
Danny Wolf is the 4th.
I remember
And
Igor Demon. I remember him. I remember
Igor Demon, Ben Seraph. It's a 3rd point guard. Nolan Traore.
Traore, yeah, the French guy.
Then Danny Wolf is the 4th.
Yeah, who's the 5th?
Drake Powell?
Drake Powell, yes, Drake Powell. Drake Powell is pretty good. But it's very up and down. They love project players. They
Which is stupid. You should be drafting NBA ready players.
Maybe a little bit too much.
Just don't draft 3 point guards that all aren't good. Yeah. That's the answer.
Stupid. Let me see what other topics we have. Sorry. Okay. Now let's talk about the Clippers. They might save James Harden and Kawhi might save the league.
They are saving basketball. I will say that. They are saving basketball.
And I remember do you remember Ty Lue said when they started the season off really bad, he wanted them to go 35-20 to end the season. Yeah. And that would lead them to like I don't remember how many wins, but it would give them like 43, 44 wins. They're 8-2 since then, which is 35-20 is possible.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Kawhi and James have had to take turns, killing for them to win games, which is not a great strategy, especially because Kawhi's like 34, James is like 36. But also Kawhi. But I
think also a part of it with because it's not an unprotected pick, right? Isn't it like a top? Like if it's in the top 5, it goes to the OKC, but if it isn't, it goes to them.
Let me check.
Right.
Let me check. OKC Thunder picks, future draft picks. Let me see. Via Philly, via Utah. Wait, what pick is it? It's the LAC pick. But where's OKC Thunder pick belongs to Clippers?
Oh man, the Raiders are cooked. Yeah, not the Raiders. Oh man, they're cooked. The Jets are fried. Holy.
Wait, is it? No. The Thunder own the Clippers unprotected pick. It's unprotected.
Okay, but even even if you win even if you go 20-35, you're still not going to be in not going to get like a top 5 pick. You still save basketball.
Yeah, but preferably they end up in the play-in, which is possible.
Yeah, I mean you might still trade Zubac. And even you might be like, let's sell high on Harden and let's sell high on Kawhi. You might be like, fuck it.
I don't know if you sell high on Kawhi. I think Kawhi's gonna retire there.
That's not his decision. That's my decision.
Kawhi could retire after this season. We don't know. He might just say this tree shit is too much, and I'm done with this. Let me just retire.
And also, that's limited. That's what I'm saying. They'll probably might sell high because they don't know what's gonna happen after this season.
Yeah, that is true. Well, when would they sell high though? In the off season?
No, I'm saying they might
at the deadline
take this hot streak into the All-Star break.
At the deadline, you think they
and then go?
You think they fire sale? So Harden to Minnesota.
So let's say they get to the All-Star break and they're 17-7.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, and that takes you out of top 5 pick contention mostly. Yeah. Right. It takes the OKC out of top 5 pick contention mostly.
Yeah. But then you still need to be good going forward.
Then you trade Zubac. Well, you're still going to be worse than the bad teams. You're still going to be better than the bad teams. You're going to be better than the Wizards. You're still going to be better than the Nets. You're going to be better than the Mavericks.
Just tread water.
Yeah, you're just going to have to tread water. So that means
Harden to the Wolves, Zubac to the Pacers or the Celtics, and then Kawhi to, I don't know.
Kawhi can stay if he wants to. We trade him on the offseason. That's still fine, too.
Kawhi can stay. Kawhi being your best player is fine.
Yeah. And now you have a bunch of decent role players that can win you a game or two here and there.
Yeah, now you have Obi Matherin or James Johnson. Not James Johnson. Obi Matherin, Isaiah Jackson, or
you're not winning that.
He's not in the league.
You're not saving basketball that way.
Now with James Johnson, maybe as an assistant coach, but you either get Obi Matherin, Isaiah Jackson, or Jarris Walker in a few picks, or from Boston you get Anthony Simons, I guess, a few picks. You get maybe Neemias Queta. I don't know. Maybe Walsh. I don't know. I don't know. Or I don't know who else could you who else could I think it's between us and Boston. I think it's between us and Boston. That's that battle right there to get Zubac.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I like Nemesis. I think Boston is center wise in a similar position to us, wouldn't you say? Because they have a starting center who's broken out. Like I like Nemesis Keita, but you're not gonna win a title with Nemesis Keita as your starting center. Same thing with J Huff.
Yeah.
I like J Huff. He can be a great backup, but you're not winning with him as your starting center. I think either us and or the Celtics end up with a center by the offseason. Not by the deadline. By the deadline. Because I think what we do specifically, I think Ben is gone. I think Ben Mathurin's played his last game as a member of the Pacers. Because that injury that he had, and now he's not gonna play anymore. I think he's gonna be gone. I think we make a decision between Obi and Jarris at the deadline. Jarris has been playing well, so I could see them going like, hey, we're just gonna bank on this guy. Which I really hope Jarris turns around. I want this so bad for him. Even not on the Pacers, I just want him to succeed somewhere. I want him to succeed somewhere. Pacers, not Bucks. Timberwolves. He's been playing really well recently, and you can tell he wants it. You can tell Jarris.
You want it all you want, buddy.
You can tell he wants it. He's been playing.
You're gonna love the Wizards.
He actually fit pretty well.
He'll be pretty good on the Wizards.
He'd be pretty good.
That'd be a good buy option.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody we want, so no, they don't have anybody we want. I mean, if we trade Jarris, we want to get something back because he's still young.
I was saying like in a 3-team trade way. I wasn't saying like a specifically with them way.
So like Clippers, Pacers, and then Wizards. We get Zoo. The Clippers get like Mathurin, Isaiah, maybe a bunch of picks, and then the Wizards get Jarris.
A bunch is crazy, but yeah.
A few picks, 1 or 2 picks.
42 first.
You can have our 2027 first and a couple seconds. Does the Stepien rule apply to seconds? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
You remember that stupid ass Reddit post from years ago where it was if the Cavs offered the first round picks from now till 2029 for the entirety of the Warriors starting lineup in 2018, should the Warriors do it? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Do you remember that stupid Twitter? Do you remember that stupid Twitter poll in 2020? This is the height of like Heat delusion, where it's like, would you rather have Duncan Robinson or the number 1 pick in the 2020 draft? Would you rather have Anthony Edwards or Duncan Robinson? No, it was 2021. It was 2021. Would you rather have Cade Cunningham or Duncan Robinson? That was stupid. But I think either we or the Celtics.
Cade Cunningham would save y'all broke ass nigga life.
Either we or the Celtics will end up with not the first overall pick. The Celtics are beyond that. But either we or the Celtics will end up with a center come the deadline. I think the Celtics might wait a little bit because I think they're still banking on seeing news from Tatum because he wasn't ruled out for the entire. I still don't think he should play. Just to be safe, but like, say they win the first round series because they're the 2nd seed right now. Say they beat up the 7th seed, whatever. Let me see what the 7th seed is right now. NBA standings, ESPN, help me out here. Say they beat the Orlando Magic. They could beat the Orlando Magic. Hold on, they could beat the Magic without Tatum. They could beat the Magic. Say they beat the Magic in the first round, and then the winner of 3-6 plays the winner of 2-7, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, they say they beat the Magic and they're matched up against the Knicks in the 2nd round. Tatum's not gonna say no to playing. He's not gonna decline an opportunity to play against the Knicks.
Yeah, but if you're the Celtics, you gotta tell him no, bro.
Yeah, especially against the Knicks. That type.
You gotta tell him no, bro. I know he won't. You gotta tell him no.
Sweltering defense.
Y'all can give niggas fake injury. Y'all want to trade him? You better give him a fake injury, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta tell him no. Like I get it. Like the East is open. You not beating OKC with a hurt Tatum. You're not doing that.
I don't think any team. I don't think any team can.
You're not beating the Spurs with a hurt Tatum. You're not beating the Rockets with a hurt Tatum.
I don't think any team in the East is beating OKC. Now I don't think Houston's beating OKC either, especially with how they've been playing recently. But Denver. Let's talk about Denver. Let's talk about.
Fuck around and let James Harden get it over there somewhere.
Let's talk about Denver. Can we?
I'm rooting for James Harden getting back on the Rockets. We can do this. We can do this. Don't let the flame die out.
That would be awesome, actually. Harden and
Don't let the flame die out.
Harden and KD reunited. I don't think they ever had beef. Harden and KD reuniting, and then all that stuff. Reed Shepherd learning from Harden. That would be really.
Come on, don't let the flame die out. Come on. Now that trade gets you literally nothing. Hey, you're trying to save basketball. The only way you save basketball, you just beat OKC.
I will say the bottom teams in the NBA, it's going to be very interesting to see how they play out. Especially the teams in the East. Like Pelicans, Kings, Jazz, I don't care. Respectfully, I don't care. But us, Washington, and Brooklyn, those are three interesting...
DeMar DeRozan, you're going to love the Nets.
3 interesting paths because, I don't know, Brooklyn MPJ is a great player.
That motherfucker is hooping, bro. That motherfucker. And not only is he hooping in like an MPJ way, but he's just genuinely good. Like, not just that he's a good shooter.
He's efficient.
That shit. That's why I don't want them to trade him. I'm not gonna lie.
I think they should just keep him. They should
at least till the offseason. You gotta keep him.
Don't build around. He could be an all-star this year. He could genuinely be an all-star.
He is an all-star this year.
Yeah. I don't know. They shouldn't let record get in the way. He is a great player. He's one of the best shooters in the league. He's efficient as hell. He's passing more too now. Somehow, he's a great player now. He's a revelation. So you have that Brooklyn team, which I don't know what they're gonna do with Cam Thomas. But they have MPJ.
Let him die?
Yeah, I guess. Well, don't say that. They have MPJ. They have Danny Wolf, who's doing pretty good. Danny Wolf is good. He's good. It hurts me to say
he's good because he's on the Nets. It's not.
I mean, the way he's been playing, he plays pretty. His play style is pretty intriguing. They have okay, whatever. Igor Demon isn't that good. Saraf isn't that good. But they have a few guys. They have Drake Powell, who's pretty good. They have a couple. Claxton is playing better than he's ever played. Claxton is nice. Yeah. They're probably going to keep Claxton. I don't know. It's very interesting what the Nets do. You have Washington.
And you can trade. And the good part is you can trade for bad contracts that are still good players.
Yeah. So, do what the Washington Wizards did with CJ. Just
literally
trade for a good player on a bad contract and just see where he takes you. And then you have
even if he asks, like for example, this is gonna be a nasty example.
Jeremy Grant.
No, you can go trade for DeJounte and Herb Jones and save New Orleans.
Yeah, you could.
They already trading picks.
Yeah.
Who knows? They already did some dumb shit before.
Yeah.
They might still do it.
That is true. That is true. And then you have Washington, who they're going to shut down Trae. Trae probably won't play a game. Maybe he'll play one game and then get sidelined.
I think he might play like the last month of the season.
He either plays the next 5 games or he doesn't play, or he plays the last month of the season. Just shows up, says hi. Maybe he does a return game in Washington, in Atlanta. And then you have us, which is, man, I'm so optimistic with how I don't know. I'm like casually optimistic. I'm like, it's gonna either end really well. The thing that you said where it's like we could get complacent and be like, well, we made the finals with this team last year, so we shouldn't change anything. I'm very interested in seeing that because if this front office knows what they're doing, we should be paying the luxury tax. We should 100% be paying the luxury tax. We should be getting a center in, and we should be putting ourselves in the position where even if we don't get a top 3 pick, we should still be in position to compete next season. So, I mean, best case scenario, we do get a top 3 pick and we do trade for Zubac or we trade for somebody. But yeah, that's interesting. Cleveland is I don't know. I don't know, man. Like the thing with Cleveland is they're not a bad team. They have a winning record. They have a winning record, but the thing is with the standard that they set up last season, they kind of don't have a winning record.
Yeah.
They don't have a winning record. It's like the
you overachieve, it's like it's a curse.
Yeah, maybe this is the record that we expected them to have last season.
Yeah.
But, you brought back the same team.
Oh, can we talk about one more team too? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to add. And when we talk about teams, I think that I want to buy or like that I want to like see succeed. Man, I love the Suns this year, man.
Yeah, just like the team.
I love what they're doing over there. Shout out Dylan Brooks, man. I'm so sorry.
Like one of the few guys who's ever made a 180 in the eyes of basketball fans. They love him.
Dylan Brooks is the worst floor raiser in NBA history, I think.
Yeah.
In the best way possible.
Yeah. He's like he's the in terms of worst floor raisers, he's the he's the Trevor Ariza Russell Westbrooks with floor raisers.
He's so good. He's been so fucking good, and his energy is so. That's when I talk about like just the Suns could have blown it up completely.
Yeah.
When they did everything, and I feel like instead they're like we're gonna get some good players still. And still compete. That to me is better than you setting a precedent of being ass.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, but I told you on draft night that hey, the trades the Suns are making, they could end up doing pretty well, and you were like, I don't know, I don't believe that. So,
but it's also because the Suns were fucking doo dog shit.
You take your L right there. You take your L.
Right. I take my L. They were doo dog shit, but they cooked.
But this is without Malawach playing that much. He's still raw. He's still developing. He's going to be good.
And also Iguodala, by the way.
Yeah, great defender. This is without Rasheer Fleming playing that much. He's pretty good.
Rasheer.
He hasn't been playing that much. Shout out Ryan Dunn too.
And they're like so high too. Like you can sell now and get something.
Shout out Jamari Bouya too. He's been playing very well recently. A lot of these guys are just revelations. Like Grayson Allen is still playing well. Colin Gillespie is playing great.
Colin Gillespie putting up them fucking buckets, nigga.
God. 41% from 3, 5 assists a game on 28.
Yeah, that bitch showing something. He trying to get paid.
Yeah,
I'll fuck with it, Connor. You get your money, man.
Mark Williams is playing well. Royce O'Neal is doing Royce O'Neal things. And then Devin Booker is just being Devin Booker. Devin Booker is just being Devin Booker.
And one of the better versions we've seen of him, too.
Yeah, like, even though he's shooting 30% from deep, he's still great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Devin Booker's 3-point.
He's kind of playing like It's gonna be really funny as a descriptor. He's kind of playing like Spurs DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, Spurs DeMar DeRozan mixed with like 2006 Kobe.
Like Spurs DeMar.
Actually,
Spurs DeMar DeRozan, but like a good Spurs. And not Spurs DeMar DeRozan was bad, but like a higher ceiling Spurs DeMar DeRozan. Yeah. That's a better.
I mean, he has like Kobe syndrome with me, especially with his 3-point shooting. Where if you look at his percentages, they're not that good, but you know in your head he's a good 3-point shooter.
I was gonna have that conversation with you, where like, who's the opposite? Who's a shooter that like shoots well, but you're like, I don't expect you. Like Danny Green's a good example of that to me when he was playing. Well, like Danny Green shot 40%.
Al Horford.
And I did not believe in him.
Al Horford.
Fake stretch. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a great example of that too.
2024 Al Horford. I'll tell you exactly when. Let me pull up Basketball Reference because he made because we had to play this guy in a playoff series and he probably won 2 games all by himself against us. Like Tyrese being hurt may be the reason why we didn't advance. Al Horford is the second reason. Not 2025. I'm trying to find 2024. I'm trying to find 2024 Al Horford. My God, I hated him. And this is a guy that I grew up watching in Atlanta. I went to games. I saw he was great. But it was game 3. Game 3. Oh my God. That was the Andrew Nembhard game. I don't know if you remember that. That was the game that Andrew started at point guard when Tyrese was out for the rest of the series. Al Horford, 7 of 12 from 3. He was
Al Horford. I hate Al Horford, bro.
And every like
I hate him from a place of love and respect. I hate him.
From the first 5 shots that he had open, I was like, okay, it's Al Horford. I'm like, let him shoot that. Then he makes it. Second shot, I'm like, okay, he's not doing it again. He's not doing it again. And then I think he had like 3 threes at the end of the game where we had the game won. And then he just hits them. He hits them. We were up by like 5 with like a minute left, and he just hits 2 or 3 3-pointers, and he just wins them. He wins them the game all by himself.
And it's Al Horford in the big 2-3, the big 2-5,
big 2-4. He's like 36 years old. He can barely walk. He can barely get up and down the floor, and he's doing that.
Like he's in purgatory on the Warriors right now.
Like,
he deserves that.
And he's still good on the Warriors.
Respectfully.
He's still good on the Warriors. I mean, like, man, I look at that 2024 series. I really think we should have won that series. That is a series that is the fakest sweep of all time. It is the fakest sweep of all time.
You said that multiple times to me, and I just laugh.
No, it is, because if you watch the games, you know. We should have won Game 1. We should have won Game 3. We should have won Game 4. The only game we really lost was Game 2. But of course, whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Participation is not a thing.
Yada, yada. You would.
Yeah.
Any more basketball topics we got? Was that it?
Why did we start talking about Al? Oh yeah, fake. Oh yeah, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm in Trae Young highlights.
I don't care about. I don't care enough about OKC to talk about them. Whatever, they're human.
Yeah, niggas is
loose change.
Let's shoot better and it'll be okay.
Loose change.
You want WWE, huh?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Let's do it. I'm interested in what they're doing right now, man. Drew is the champion. How do you feel about that?
I'm conflicted.
Because they made Drew look like such a loser recently.
I mean, I don't even mind. Okay, first of all, let me say this. You've had Drew lose so much that I felt like it would have mattered more as you had him won slightly more convincingly. You know what I mean? But not necessarily he had to win based off his own full merit. Like if I was booking it, I would have had everything happen all the way up until Jacob hits his Cody shit. Yeah. Have Jacob go for a moonsault, to hit Drew and miss and hit Cody. Drew throw his ass out the door.
Drew hits a Claymore and then leaves.
Hit a Claymore and then leave. Like I feel like what made it fall flat slightly. Yeah, what made it fall flat slightly was the fact that man, Cody, if you don't move past him, nigga, cut in the corner throwing these weak ass jabs at the body.
Wait, it's this.
It's like, bro, if you don't fucking go somewhere else, bro.
Yeah, just move. Just move. I will say that is the most we don't really care about you title win ever. Like,
yeah, they
I bet
got a good render.
I bet the house on Drew not holding the title past WrestleMania. I think he holds it until WrestleMania, because I do believe that report about Roman versus Cody not being the Mania match. Cause that should.
I believe that, but I don't think that means that he's gonna have the title.
In that case, who do you think would have the title? Because the worst thing they could do right now is have Cody win it back. That's the worst thing they could do.
That shit gonna be ass.
That's the worst thing they could. Because then you just make Drew look like even more of a loser. You just make Drew look like even more.
That shit gonna be garbage. My god! And you know what's funny? That's what I think. That's probably what's gonna happen.
And you think that because you just don't believe they're gonna be creative in this day and age. You just don't think they have it in them. You think they just
they got the juice no more, man. They need meat.
They just gave Drew the win because it's like, all right, we kind of have to have him win this one. But then they had him win in the most second fiddle way possible, and they're just going to reset to the scale. That would be so.
They had him win like he was the Miz.
Yeah.
That's the best that I can give.
They had him
like he wasn't supposed to be there.
Jinder Mahal or something.
Yeah, and you're fucking.
And you are Drew McIntyre. You won it twice in the past, and you held it for a while. And you're supposed to be booked as a heel monster. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But if that's what happens, then man, all the little faith I have in this company is gone, because they could do something so good with this story right now. Because honestly, what they should do, Sammy should beat him at WrestleMania. That's what should happen. Realistically, that is what should happen, and I just don't know if they're gonna do it, because this would be. What else do you think Sammy could do at WrestleMania? What else could he do? Face LA Knight?
I feel like this
in the second fiddle, the best second fiddle match of all time.
Yo, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, 2 out of 3 falls match.
Like, you guys are fighting to see who becomes second place.
That shit is stanky.
they have such a good story they could tell. Like, Sammy's gonna face Ilya on Friday is gonna be a good match.
Yeah,
He's gonna face
those other matches are fucking trash.
They're terrible. Why does the Miz have a world title shot?
Those other matches, Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams. Imagine introducing Trick Williams to the main roster by giving him a nigga that wasn't there.
Well, he wrestled Fenix. He wrestled Fenix earlier. That was a good match. He wrestled Fenix.
True, but like that's what I'm saying. Have them run it back or something.
Yeah. Or give him somebody. But I think.
And also, from like a logistical standpoint, I don't understand why would Nick Aldis pick The Miz
he doesn't
over Carmelo
he doesn't like
for that spot? Why would he do it?
Because Carmelo's U.S. champion. I mean, it did. I mean, the Miz was in Money in the Bank when he was U.S. champion in 2011. So I'm trying to make sense of it all. But we only care about Sammy.
And Matt Cardona's there.
Yeah, we only care.
What the fuck is he here for?
We only care about Sammy versus Ilya. So they could do Sammy beats Ilya. Sammy wins the Fatal 4-Way at Montreal for the title shot at the Royal Rumble. Then he just beats Drew at the Rumble in Saudi, and you get your Saudi moment. You don't have to wait a year for WrestleMania.
That's what I think is gonna happen. Is he's gonna win the Royal Rumble? He's gonna be champion going into WrestleMania. That's what I think is gonna happen.
He's gonna win the match at the Royal Rumble. Or
I think it might be Sammy versus Roman at WrestleMania. That's what I think might happen. I know you don't like that, but that's what I think might happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, your heart. You're not even getting away from Samoan niggas.
The Trump supporter, man.
Man, you cooked, buddy.
Oh God. That would be so bad. Roman, please just face Cody in a non-title match, man. Just make the match non-title.
I don't want to see that match suck. I don't want to see that shit.
Roman versus Cody.
No.
They have great chemistry.
Not this year. They aren't.
Why would you say that?
Then I beat Cody. Oh, exactly.
Exactly. No pop.
Exactly. No pop. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't care about that.
Maybe Cody.
You gotta throw a third person in there. The same shit they did at WrestleMania last year with Punk, Roman, and Seth. You gotta do that same shit with those two. I don't want to see that again with no title. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe Cody could face Jacob. Maybe that's the storyline they're going into Mania.
Roman, you fighting Bronson Reed, buddy.
It could be Roman versus Punk is gonna be the world champion going into Mania.
Yeah, there's not. I don't know if that's true.
I don't think he loses before Mania. Who could he lose to? Braun?
They're talking about about to be Braun versus
I mean, maybe he loses it to Braun and they run Braun versus Roman at WrestleMania.
They're talking about going to be Braun versus I can't get it.
I mean, okay. How about this? How about this? Punk loses it to Braun before WrestleMania. Then they run Braun versus Roman at WrestleMania, right? And then they run Punk versus Cody, which is the match they should have had last year. And then they run Jacob versus Drew. Oh, but what the hell would Sammy do? Yeah, nah. See?
they put themselves in a fucked up scenario. Yeah. That's what the issue is. It's because you've built nobody. Everybody just sucks. Yeah. There's no you're probably gonna have to run a multi-man match for it to work.
And the guy who's there, Sammy, who you want to build up, I don't trust you to build him up. I don't trust you at all. I don't know whether that's due to his politics or whether that's due to the fact that you don't think he's all that, but I
think the issue is the way they book faces to win a bunch of matches would annoy people. Yeah. With specifically Sammy.
I mean,
that's my concern.
People don't understand Sami Zayn. This is going to be the watching. This is going to be the title of my video. People don't understand Sami Zayn. They don't understand Sami Zayn, and they don't want to understand Sami Zayn. And the style of match that Sami Zayn has, I really wish he didn't beat Gunther. That was so stupid of them. That was so stupid, and that tanked his PR so much. That match was great. The build-up was stupid. That was Chad Gable's match, and the reign was mid as hell. He should not have beat Braun Breaker the first time, and by the time he beat him, the momentum was already gone. And then he gave him the Sammy Hogan allegations, which whatever, man. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the Sami Zayn, You look at his babyface matches that he wrestled when he was in NXT, or the babyface matches the matches that he wrestled as U.S. champion. You could just do that formula. Don't do the he gets beat up, then he gets back up.
That's the thing. The issue is they don't actually have niggas wrestle. That's the problem.
Hopefully
if you're
that
like
changes. Hopefully that changes. And I do have a little bit of hope that it changes because, you know, what they're doing with the U.S. title where Melo's having open challenges and stuff. And Sammy is a type of guy where if he wins the title, he's going to hold it for 72 days at max. 72 days at most. Like,
yeah, he's dropping that bitch to elbow. Yeah.
If he,
You dropping that bitch to elbow, buddy. Yeah, you're going to get got.
That sounds fun. But say he wins it at WrestleMania, he's probably going to lose it by like Money in the Bank or something. He's probably going to lose it by Money in the Bank.
Or via Money in the Bank loss.
Wait, what?
Like someone's going to cash in on him. And that's how he
lose a Money in the Bank. Lose a Money in the Bank. Lose a Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I'm saying not lose at Money in the Bank in a match for the title. I'm saying he gets cashed in on. That's how he loses the championship.
Lose at the pay-per-view. Lose during.
I think he might get cashed in on. I don't know.
Or like he loses the night after Money in the Bank. Something.
Yeah, something like that.
I just hope Kevin, please come back, man. Kevin, we miss you.
They need that, bro. Let me tell you what they need. You know what's really pissing me off? Dominic Mysterio, you get your ass to defend that title, buddy. I don't give a fuck how hurt you are. That shit pissing me off.
I'm gonna say this about Dom. I don't like when he's champion in WWE because the thing is he's a good wrestler. Fine, whatever.
I need them to kill the Judgment Day immediately.
Listen. His AAA work is great. His AAA matches are great. The problem is they don't let him wrestle in WWE. Like the fact that the first John Cena match was really good and Dominic showed really good potential in that match, and the second match was just shenanigans with 2 minutes of wrestling, that was a crime. And that's why I don't think people like Dominic should hold titles in WWE because they don't know how to book those characters. They don't know how to book cowardly heel champions because it's annoying to have them win matches in this way where they're just hiding. I want to see you wrestle, you know?
Yeah,
it's like the.
And I also think, and I want him to just be a tweener.
Yeah,
don't book him as like I'm gonna put the example from
the first few months of babyface MJF in 2023.
But I'm gonna give you an example. Like I'm writing the Oba video right now.
Yeah.
Right, and I have him losing the title to Oba.
Sammy.
Via. Or. No, I'm saying I'm having at Royal Rumble. Dominic lose the title to Oba via shenanigan.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not normal. He's
gonna win a title at the Rumble. Okay.
Yeah, in his debut match, he wins the title in the Rumble. Yes. Okay. But how he loses? That's the first match where Dominic fights just straight face. He fights straight face all the way. Yeah, he's high on the crowd. He's doing more high flying moves. Like he's actually trying to win the match via his own volition. And he only loses in theory because Finn Balor interferes, and that's how they build it. Whatever. Yeah. Though, granted, in my retelling of that, Finn Balor, he fights heel the whole match until the one comes out. They hit Oba with the title, or the Oba goes for the splash, hits the ref, and they hit him with the title. He goes up to hit his frog splash after 619, and then Balor crosses him. Balor crosses him, hits him with the coup de grace, gets Oba to be like, hey, go pin that guy, and then Oba just kills him. Yeah. And then kills Dominic. Yeah. I was like, hey man, take this choke slam. Take this choke slam, buddy.
I have Oba breaking the record elimination number at the Royal Rumble, so I don't know. I have him breaking the record elimination number at the Royal Rumble and then retiring AJ at WrestleMania.
That's funny. That means you don't think Brock's there.
Brock's probably gonna get Gunther. And that sucks. Brock's probably gonna get Gunther, and that sucks.
Well, if you retire him, I don't mind it.
No, if you kill him, that's even better.
Yeah, if you retire him, I don't care. That's fine.
I don't want him to wrestle. And also, like, if you retire him, he's gonna like get up and he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm Brock Lesnar, I'm retiring. He doesn't deserve that, man. He doesn't deserve that. I just hate the fact that Brock. I hate that Brock is back, obviously. But another thing that I hate is that he's on this type of schedule where it's like, oh, you think you're free from him. You're like, oh yeah, they're doing really good. You know, the show's progressing really well, and then boom, they hit the second tower. He's back. You know, It's just I wish we were free of Brock Lesnar. I really do wish we were free of Brock Lesnar.
I think back to the Sammy shit. I don't even talk about Brock Lesnar. I have no interest.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Sammy is you have to give him like. They have to book him fighting champion-wise, I think.
Yes, Sammy is one of those guys where if he's champion, it doesn't make sense if he doesn't defend on TV. That doesn't make sense.
He has to like be the guy that's fighting on TV.
And again, I made a tweet where it's like that 72-day Sami Zayn title run with 2 defenses on
I saw that tweet. That shit did actually. You be getting some bangers, nigga. You be getting some bangers on Twitter.
Like imagine he faces Melo for the title. He faces because maybe Melo loses the title at WrestleMania. Maybe lose it to Open or something. He faces Melo for the title, or whatever. He faces
with the U.S. title looks so nasty in my head. That's just so nasty.
He faces. Hold on. He faces Melo for the title. He faces a Ricky Saints for the title on SmackDown. He faces let me look at the SmackDown roster. Hold on. He faces.
Ooh, that shit sound like ass.
He faces Ricky Saints is a good wrestler. I don't know why you're doing this.
I don't believe in him. I just don't see what y'all see. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't see what y'all. No, but to be fair, I didn't see.
You didn't see
Ricky Starks good. I never saw that.
Man, I saw him at Stand and Deliver. He had a great match with Ethan Page. So, I think.
He has good. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like I didn't see the Ricky Starks version of him.
He has so much swag in AEW.
I know he has so much potential and swag, and here it's like that doesn't exist. Okay, I don't. Yeah, it does. That fucking pose he does piss me the fuck off. This one? Put your hand down. This one? You put your damn hand down.
With the leg kicking up?
It's because he does it. This is WWE fault. The production truck needs to be hit with a Ford F-150. Yeah. When he does this, the camera should be close to him.
Yeah.
Why am I seeing it from 40 feet away? That makes it look stupid.
Like a good contrast is the way AEW does the Okada, like the middle finger, where it's like
you should be looking at him straight on. Yeah. The camera should be under him.
AEW did that.
But no, we got this nigga hitting them.
You know what they need to bring back? They need to bring back the excessive pyro he had that one time. You know that clip that I'm talking about? Where it's like him and AEW after winning the Owen Hart tournament and the pyro goes on for like 5 straight minutes. They wasted that year's pyro budget on Ricky Starks winning the Owen Hart tournament. But say Sammy defends the world title against the debuting Ricky Saints. He defends it against Melo. He defends it against Jacob Fatu. And he beats these guys. He defends it against Alistair, maybe. And then for Backlash...
Damian Priest, man.
For Backlash... for Backlash, Kevin Owens comes back. Man... Kevin Owens comes back in time for Backlash. I think he is coming back. I hope it's soon. Kevin Owens comes back in time for... Man, could you imagine? Like, I think if Sammy wins it at WrestleMania or he wins it at the Rumble, Kevin is gonna come out and during his celebration.
I think Kevin is the end game if he.
I would have them have a friendly. I wouldn't have Kevin turn heel. I don't think Kevin Owens should be booed upon returning. I don't think
he won't be booed, but he won't. I mean, he'll be cheered he's back, but you can't have the last match be that fucking gorgeous match and then having to be like, let's run it back for the one time because I fuck with you. No. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie. I think that just invalidates the whole like Keith Owens story that Keith Owens. I don't know why I said that. Kevin Owens story that was being told. Like even with this break, you can still.
What's not being told anymore?
But it should continue because now it's not Cody no more. That's what I'm saying.
I just don't want continue. But the last time we saw Kevin, he turned face when he left, though, is the thing. And he should return as a face. And he should at least tell Sammy that, like, hey, I want what I'm owed, or something. Whatever. No. See, you just want to see friends fight.
No, I don't. But I do want to see him hit the Alabama Slam on Sammy through that ladder, like that Cody did him. That's what I want to see. You give him the third match. You give him that third one.
So you think he should
Give him
lose?
that evil trilogy, and then you can do the face after the match. But that build up for that first match, no, we're not doing the whole.
Would you have him attack him, or would you have him cut a promo on him?
I'm so sick and tired of these Cody Randy ass fucking rivalries, bro. I'm tired, bro.
Well,
we're not friends. Fuck you.
Cody and Randy just haven't had a match. They just haven't had a match.
But I'm tired of those stories. I don't need that no more. I need you to.
But I think with Kevin and Sammy, everybody's expecting Kevin to turn anyway. And it's like, oh, well, they're doing this thing.
It's not a turn. He just still don't fuck with him. It's not a turn. It's not a turn. I'm back for what I feel like I'm old.
So you wouldn't have, like, say Sammy wins the title of WrestleMania. You wouldn't have KO come out to congratulate him? I think that will
I'm having on the SmackDown of the next show.
No, I don't think so. No.
Kevin Owens jumped that nigga. That's what I'm having. I'm not playing around with that fucking.
They're doing the Benoit and Guerrero celebration at the end of WrestleMania. You will like it, even though it's
that shit don't make sense. Yeah, story wise, that don't make sense to me. Logistically, it's a good moment. Logistically, it's a good viral moment. That's true.
Yeah,
that's WWE programming. I respect
that. And then after that, you could have Kevin show up on that SmackDown and attack him and do whatever. You could have him show up and he's like, I supported you when you were there, but you never called me when I was in rehab or something like that, right? You could have that be the story. Yeah. And then after they have the match and Sammy beats him, Kevin shakes his hand and stuff. So like you could have Sammy face Jacob, you could have him face Carmelo, maybe even a singles Montez Ford for the title. Imagine that.
What the fuck did they go?
I don't know where they went.
God damn it.
You could have him face a singles Montez Ford. You could have him defend against KO at Backlash. Then at the next pay-per-view, you could have him defend against Randy Orton, who at that point would be heel. And then you could have him lose at Money in the Bank. If Randy doesn't turn heel at that point, then he never will.
I think just might not. I think the way he just might never will, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, people won't stop cheering him, so whatever.
I think you have to, at a certain point, as for WWE at least, I think WWE, the bigger issue, they have to start ignoring crowd noise, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck if they're getting booed or not. This is a bad person. Randy. It's not about if you like him. It's that he's a bad person in story. Yeah. In a TV show, it doesn't matter if I think that, what's the nigga from Breaking Bad?
Walter.
No, I mean Gus. He's a bad person, logistically. There's no way around it. We fuck with him because he's cool, but he's a bad person. Yeah. But Breaking Bad is not gonna walk you down of like, oh, but he has some good in him. No.
Nah, hell no.
He can do vicious shit and me still cheer for it because I'm a sicko. Let me be a sicko.
Yeah.
I don't like.
So the Rhea Ripley complex. The Rhea Ripley complex.
Yeah, it happened with Rhea, happened with Dominic. It happened with. I understand from a logistical standpoint. Man, we're booking this guy as a face versus heel, but they like the heel. But
you don't always have
that makes sense to me.
You could just have them heel and have people cheer for it and have them ignore that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, you've acknowledged the fact that WWE fans and wrestling at this moment acknowledge that this is a story and that they're fickle. So heel and face doesn't necessarily work all the time. Yeah. Yet you're still trying to force it anyway. Mm-hmm. Just let me cheer for the match.
Let my people
fuck him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right. So
that's how I feel.
Yeah. So say he defends against Jacob, he defends against Alistair, he defends against 3 people on TV. Maybe 4. Maybe he brings a world title open challenge. Maybe he does that. I could see Sami Zayn doing that. I could genuinely see Sami Zayn doing that. And that might be the best decision. Like, say, 72 days is how many weeks?
It's going to be so funny when that nigga lose to The Rock in that open challenge, nigga.
The Rock?
You know, Saudi Arabia coming up next year. He got to come back soon. You know what's happening.
No, he doesn't care. He got nominated for the Golden Globe. He doesn't care about it.
I think he do care.
I think he forgot.
I think he do when that paycheck hit. I think he will care. That's all I'm saying.
He does not care about wrestling anymore. He does not care about wrestling anymore.
I didn't say he was going to care. I said he was going to be there. I didn't say he was going to care.
I don't think he cares about money that much anymore either. I think he's genuinely going. He's got a Martin Scorsese movie to film. He's got a psychological thriller to film. I don't think he's going to have time either. And also,
keep saying that.
And also, Saudi WrestleMania. Maybe he'll wrestle at Saudi WrestleMania. Maybe he'll wrestle Raw.
That's what I'm saying. He had to come back soon.
That's next year. Sami's going to lose the title by Money in the Bank. This is longer term booking. But whatever. So say he does the open challenge for 9 weeks of the 10, right? 9 weeks of the 10, okay? He wrestles Ricky Saints, a debuting Ricky Saints on his first SmackDown with the title, okay? Say the next week he comes out, he wrestles Aleister Black because they had a good match when he was U.S. champion, right? Mm-hmm. Say next he comes out, he wrestles Carmelo Hayes, right? Say after that he wrestles Damian Priest, right? Yep. Say after that he wrestles Jacob Fatu. It's 5. Say you get a Drew rematch in there on pay-per-view. That's unrelated, but you get a Drew rematch at pay-per-view where he soundly beats Drew. But 5 TV defenses. Say he defends against up next. He defends against singles Montez Ford. That's 6, right? Defends against Ray Fenix. That's 7, right?
Yep.
He defends against Shinsuke. That's 8. He defends against Trick Williams. That's 9, because I want to see that match too. And then in terms of pay-per-views, depending on how many they get, because he's gonna have a Saudi pay-per-view in there too. There's gonna be a Saudi pay-per-view between WrestleMania and Money in the Bank. Say it's 3 pay-per-views. I would do Drew rematch for 1. Then I do Kevin Owens. Then I do Randy Orton, and then he loses at Money in the Bank against Oba. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be my perfect Sami Zayn world title run. It would make a lot of people mad. But those people's opinions don't matter because they don't get wrestling.
My thing is, in terms of card, my issue, if you're going to have like a world title run like that, that means your U.S. title feud has to be really good. It's be like actually emotional, and I don't trust them to do that either. That's my concern. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you have a fighting champion thing going, your other champion has to have a real rival. Like, you know what I mean?
Melo,
for the card to go side by side.
Melo would have to have a long-standing rivalry.
And I just don't know if he can.
I would sacrifice the U.S. title for this World title. And I really think the world title needs it. I really think it needs it.
I'm not saying it doesn't need it, but I just feel like
the world title has not been in a good place since the latter half of 2024. It hasn't been in a good place since the latter half of 2024.
I wish they would have just let Drew keep that title when he won it, man.
Wait, when he won?
I'm not gonna lie.
In 2024 WrestleMania?
When he won that, they should just let him keep that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That was Sammy's title. He should have won that. He should have been in that triple threat. He should have beat them. That was that story. And I will stand on that to this day. Sammy should not have been in the IC title match. He should have been in that triple threat for the world title, and he should have won that to open night 2. When Damian Priest cashed...
Wait. I'm talking about
2024.
The CM Punk versus... not CM Punk. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre
That's
match.
exactly what I'm talking about.
That Damian Priest comes out and cashes in.
That's what I'm talking about too.
But you're talking about the year after that, nah?
No, I'm talking about 2024 WrestleMania Night 2 opener. Seth versus Drew. Sammy should have been in that match. Sammy should have 100% been in that match. He had a story with Seth. He had a story with Drew. And his story of usurping...
I think you just love Seth. I think you just love Sammy.
I do, but
that's okay.
It should have been the story. It really should have been.
I think that IC title win was better.
Stupid. No, it wasn't. That was Chad Gable's title. And you can.
We can't just retroactively say everything is someone else's title. Okay, we gotta just go move forward what we have.
You're saying you wish they could have just let Drew keep the title. I'm saying I wish Chad Gable.
That's one thing, but you're saying I can't.
Well, them having Chad Gable be cucked was objectively a terrible decision. And it didn't make sense on TV either. You're telling me Sammy beat this guy at the end of the gauntlet when his shoulder was off the mat anyway? And then Chad just let it happen? And then he lost another match at the pay-per-view after, and then he turned heel? And then
I'm not saying it made sense. I just made a singular statement, and I feel like the whichever should be in a better place. They just let Drew keep it. That's all I said.
Well, if we're not moving pieces around, they should have just let Drew keep it. Because Damian...
I'm not trying to move pieces around and pre-book everything after. I'm just saying, I think it would have been better had they just kept it.
The ideal change would be Sammy versus Seth versus Drew. Damian Priest, I don't care. And then
I don't think that's the ideal change because you just fucking over Damian Priest. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, well, I don't think that's true.
I like Damian Priest cash in because it was genuinely surprised, but at that point I was like, would I rather have Damian Priest fail his cash in and just have Sammy win? Yes.
He doesn't have to fail his cash in, though. That's what I'm saying. I think the World Championship is in a lot better place if you give Drew 3 months of the title and then you have Damian Priest cash in.
You have Damian Priest cash in, yeah. And then you say
it's a lot better place.
And then say you have Sammy win at the next Money in the Bank, which was in Montreal, and you have him cash in on him. That would be better. That would be better because I don't think Sammy was doing anything at that time.
You just want Sammy to win everything, bro.
Well, I want
I
to.
didn't even mention my nigga Sammy, bro. Sammy has the IC title. He don't need it. I'm saying the whole point is about those two.
Consolation prize. You were promised a wagon.
I don't think that's some Cammy, bro. I know you love Sammy, bro. Beating the nigga that made the IC title actually means something again is not a consolation prize. That is a big accomplishment. That is not something you just throw away.
That shouldn't have belonged to him. I love Sammy, but he shouldn't have won that. That was Chad Gable's title.
We can't just retroactively change everything.
I watched every episode of Raw going up to that. They just diverted from Chad Gable for no reason.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying that it's like a consolation. Even if it is a consolation prize, it is the best possible consolation prize one could ever receive. Like it's not that bad. And then his title run elevated multiple people and was good.
Who did it elevate? Hold on.
Braun?
After lukewarm. After that.
See, now look what we doing, bro. No, bro. We're not gonna sit here and act like the Braun Sammy shit wasn't good.
It wasn't.
We're not gonna do that.
Did you watch their matches? They had one good match, and that was when Braun already won the title.
But if he's already won the title and they traded it back again, right?
No, they didn't. No.
I think it went from Sammy to Braun to Jay, right? Am I tripping? It went Sammy, Braun, Jay back to Braun, I think.
Let me take a look here. So Sammy beat Gunther. Then he beat Chad Gable on Raw, which was a really good match. Then Gable turned heel. Nothing came of that. So Gable got screwed over. Then he beat Bronson Reed by DQ, which I really don't remember that. Then he beat Bronson Reed and Chad Gable at King of the Ring, which Chad Gable got screwed over. Then he beat Chad Gable again at Clash at the Castle. Chad Gable got screwed. Oh my God, he went 4.
My niggas don't like Seth because the other niggas don't like Sam because of that. That's why.
He went 4-0 against Chad Gable. Then he beat Braun Breaker at Money in the Bank, which he probably should have lost. Then that match wasn't good. I remember that match. That match wasn't good. Then he beat Ilya. Then Ilya versus Ilya no contest. I think Braun interfered during that. Then Braun beat him in 5 minutes at SummerSlam in a very mid match.
Yeah.
So even him putting over Braun was lukewarm at best because they botched that too. They botched this. Chad Gable should have been the guy to beat him. Chad Gable. Man. Chad Gable, man. Why did you resign?
Whatever, bro.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Chad Gable going 0-4 against Sammy, turning heel, not even having.
I'm not agreeing with the fact that was stupid. Not saying.
Not even having his match against Otis until the end of the year.
That was dumb. That's again. I'm not saying that Ricky wasn't ass. The reason we're in this argument or this conversation was all I said was the World Heavyweight Championship would have been in a better place had Drew just
wanted. I agree.
Kept it. But you kept adding Sammy to it. I don't feel like that was necessary.
If you're telling me to decide between Drew and Priest, I would just have Drew keep it. I'd have Drew keep it.
I think both things can happen. And I do think that Damien's
Priest wins it later. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I still think that the Priest championship run wasn't like immaculate. It was all right. It wasn't perfect, but it was all right. And I think had it happened a little later, that it would have been even better.
I honestly would have just had Priest cash in a Money in the Bank, where it was like if you don't cash in today, it's gonna expire. I would have him cash in at the last moment.
I hate that. That thing though.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I don't remember this. Do you remember? And I think this is WWE 2K24.
The Kevin Owens Money in the Bank storyline.
That shit is fucking stupid. Yeah. It made me mad. Yeah, where it's like that's when I stopped playing.
Yeah, where your thing expired. Yeah, that was stupid. But
your character cashes in, and then Kevin Owens cashes in right after you.
He's the one
from a year earlier.
Years ago. Yeah.
Which is stupid. Yeah. That's stupid.
Yeah. My God, he really beat Chad Gable 4 times.
That's crazy. That's insane.
And it's so dumb because then it started the Sammy Hogan stuff, which
with that context was true. To be fair, don't get mad. It's not his fault, but it is true. They hold his ass. I'm not gonna lie, they hold his ass.
They did home. Chad Gable should have beat him at King of the Ring. Then he should have beat him at Money. Then he should have beat him at Clash at the Castle. Oh my God. Why did you think him put it?
I do still fuck with him and Braun though. I don't find his match was as bad as you making it seem.
I watched.
I still feel like that team was good. It was television.
Money in the Bank match was mid. The SummerSlam match was bad. They had a 2 out of 3 falls on Raw, which was pretty good. The 2 out of 3
That
falls
match was
on
great.
Raw.
That was a really good match.
And then him and Braun had a match after WrestleMania 41 on SmackDown when Seth debuted the Vision, which was pretty good too. That was pretty good. But man, give my guy Sammy something. Give him something, because the way they've bastardized the way the people think they bastardized his character, where it's like, we don't like the underdog gimmick. He's not an underdog. He said after he beat Gunther, he's not an underdog. He hasn't been an underdog since 2015.
He's written like an underdog. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't say he's been written like an underdog either. The last time he was written like an underdog was the Gunther feud, and that is because he was an underdog in that case. And then the Braun matches, they were structured so bad. They were structured terribly. Again, I need you to go back and rewatch those Braun matches, because I don't know what issue you have with these. These are, the first 2 were bad. The next 2 were good. They didn't know how to book these matches, man. They did not know how to book these matches.
My thing, again, is I'm not arguing the fact that they booked the run perfectly. That it was even good. I'm saying that I don't think that changes because Sammy wins the world title. The same bullshit booking's gonna happen because it's Sammy, and they book him bad. It's not gonna change anything.
I mean, if you gave Sammy the opponents,
the circuit would still be in a bad place.
If you give Sammy the opponents that Priest had going into SummerSlam, I'd be fine with it. Like, I think,
but I think they gave Priest those
because he's Damian Priest and they were building him up. Well, yeah, with that hindsight, then yeah, who knows? With that, you're opening up a whole new can of worms here. Which is why I'm saying now they have the best opportunity to right their wrongs. Give Sammy the title and actually let him defend it a lot. You know, let him defend it. Let him actually put over people by not by losing them, but still have him put them over. Have him raise their hand after the match. Have him do another KO match, and then have him lose to Obafemi, and then have Obafemi hold it for 83 years, or whatever.
83 years.
Yeah, have him hold it for however long he wants. Have him hold it for 40 acres and a mule for all I care. Doesn't matter, you know. Shout out Oba, you deserve the world. You deserve that title.
This IC title run is gonna be great, man. And my video is gonna be great. Fuck what you talking about.
I hope it is great. I hope it is great. I'm probably gonna make that video about fantasy booking John Cena's run too.
Let me tell you something, son.
I need you
when that triple threat at WrestleMania between Javon Evans and Obafemi and fucking what was that name?
And Gunther?
What's his name? And Gunther happens, you're gonna see peak, buddy. That's what you're gonna see.
In that case, who does Brock face?
Fuck him. He dies.
Okay, good. So I can do that in my fantasy booking too.
No, honestly, like, bro, go fucking fight Damian Priest or something.
Go fight Nails.
Go fight Damian Priest, big bro.
Go fight Nails if you get that.
Go fight Shiloh Hill, bro.
Knock another one of his teeth out. Go fight somebody else. Go fight Brad Baylor. Go fight Swipe Right. Go fight Drew Gulak in Progress Wrestling or something.
Go fight Drew, I guess.
Don't do that to Drew. Well, Drew went to Vince's birthday. You know what? Do that to Drew.
Do that to Drew. Yeah, go do that to Drew, bro. You can do it.
I need you to send me the script of that, by the way. I need to know how to script it.
You're right. Anything else before we head out?
No. Next time we do this podcast, he's going to be in a different place, physically and mentally. True. We still need to see if the internet works over there. If it does, then episodes will come back every week. We apologize. We've been inconsistent. Just a lot of stuff been going on with the semester ending, with me going overseas and all that jazz. But hopefully we'll be back to having episodes every week, every Monday. Until then, this has been
I can't take my hat off.
No, just find one.
I don't have a hat. Mom, I have to pack. I need a shoe. We're gonna use this for Breeze. What the fuck are you talking about?
The mug,
Blade, nigga.
The mug.
Let me know something. Oh, better option, better time. That's why you're a thinker. You're a thinker.
Yeah. Until then, this has been the Mouse in the House podcast. We appreciate you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.